Good morning to everyone, including the pro team and the contra team, and the audience present in this debate forum. I am the adjudicator for today's debate, and my job is to ensure that the debate is orderly and fair. The topic we will be discussing is Miss Universe still relevant in the modern era? The pro team will support the relevance of the pageant, while the contra team will provide arguments as to why the pageant is no longer in line with today's values. Explanation of the procedures. This debate will be divided into several parts. For the first part is main argument. The pro team will present their arguments for 7 minutes. The opposing team will present their arguments for 7 minutes. For the second part is conclusion. First, each team will be given an additional 2 minutes to summarize their main points. I will keep track of each speaker's time, and I will signal if the speaking time is running out. Please make the most of the time to present your arguments clearly and logically. Transition to the pro team argument. Now, we will start with the arguments of the pro team. Your time is 7 minutes. Please begin.
Good morning to the Honorable Adjudicator and my debate partner on the pro side and the entire audience. At this time, I will be opposing the motion that Miss Universe is still relevant in the modern era. I believe that this competition is no longer in line with today's value. I will discuss 4 main points. First is objectification of a woman, incompatibility with the modern era, sustainability and relevance, and the psychological social impact. First, objectification of the woman. The Miss Universe pageant has been pillar of pop culture in the United States for decades. Whether it be glamorous outfits, a sense of nationalism, or Steve Harvey iconically crowning the wrong winner on live television in 2015. The international beauty competitions has kept millions of viewers captivated for decades. Initially found by Catalina Swimwear in 1952 as a marketing stunt after a Miss America winner refused to model their swimwear. The Miss Universe pageant has grown from untelevised beauty pageant of 30 women to an international broadcast feature 80 women from across the globe. Miss Universe still essentially emphasizes psychological appearance as the main focus. Although there are other aspects such as interviews or social advocacy, in practice, the beauty standards applied are often non-inclusive, such as preference for an idealized body, a certain height, and a certain facial features. This can reinforce narrow beauty norms and disadvantage women who do not conform to those standards. Naomi Wolf, in her book The Beauty Myth, said culture fixates on female thinness not because it encourages health, but because it is a way to police women's behavior and focus their attention on their appearance rather than their power. Miss Universe, while not explicitly promoting a particular standard of beauty, still reinforces the view that physical appearance has a major role in determining a woman's worth. In the manuscript entitled The Perceptions of Traditional Beauty Standards in Televised Pageants show many that participants saw value in pageants. Some also limited the objectifications of a woman's body or their potential for women to feel about their bodies due to perceived benefits and disadvantages of pageants. It is not clear what women think about beauty pageants ideals, despite the Miss Universe pageant's effort to make the beauty even more than beauty pageant and appeal to the modern feminism, especially with the recent assumptions of leadership by transgender activist Annie Jakapahong Jarajutati. Many still protest the pageant's persuasions of unrealistic beauty standards and its objectifications of a woman. For the second point, incompatibility with modern era. While these concepts are valid for the whole concept of beauty pageant is problematic, the Miss Universe pageant has historically functioned as a mechanism for women in developing states to attain political platform and a voice on world stage. Therefore, even our feminist call for the end of the Miss Universe pageant's century-long perpetuation of female objectifications are justifiably growing in support. One must also consider the platform that Miss Universe provides for women in developing states to interfere in politics and challenge these patriarchal situations when debating pageants in place in the modern world. In the modern era, women's empowerment is best achieved through education, innovations, and professional achievement, not through beauty pageants. Contests like Miss Universe sends messages that runs counter to the spirit of feminism, which encourage women to be valued for their intellectual ability, creativity, and tangible contribution to the society. In comparison, many modern organizations have moved away from judging women based on appearance toward achievement-based empowerment. Malala Yousafzai, Nobel Peace Prize winners once said, "We cannot all succeed when half of us are held back." Miss Universe does not reflect this major transformation, as it still retains the elements of physical competition as its main attraction. For the third point is sustainability and relevance. The popularity of Miss Universe has declined significantly, especially among the younger generations. Generation Z and millennials are more concerned about global issues such as climate change, gender equity, and the social justice. They see pageants like Miss Universe are irrelevant and even outdated. Based on a survey conducted by the Pew Research Center, the younger generation is more supportive of form of women's empowerment through social campaigns, human rights movements, and digital platforms. Beauty pageants, on the other hand, are often perceived as a failing to adapt these values. For the fourth point is psychological and social impact. Miss Universe can also detrimental psychological impact on both the participants and the general public. Participants often face immense pressures to achieve physical perfections, and which can lead to eating disorders, stress, and anxiety. The standards of beauty promoted in and by the media are very specific, and as a result, they are unrealistic and unattainable for many women. Nonetheless, women's desire to look like ideal beauty explains that after first publishing the beauty myth, thousands of women told her they had at some point believed the ideal woman was tall, thin, white, and blonde, a face without pores, asymmetry, or flaws, someone wholly perfect. Indeed, the media is replete with images of ideal women. They are seen in television shows, that music video, and magazines. It is practically impossible for women to not be exposed to idealize the media figures. Beauty pageants are patriarchal enterprise. The notions of ranking women based on attractiveness based on even with the added modern categories of personality and intelligence is dehumanizing. The pageant industry has drawn criticism over the years of its perpetuations of unrealistic body image and for crowning tall, thin, young, primarily white women as the pinnacle of the universe beauty standards. On the other hand, the audience, especially women, may not feel good enough and or unworthy because of the beauty standards displayed. A study by Journal of Eating Disorders found that exposure to media that glamorize the ideal body may increase body dissatisfactions among women. This goes against global efforts to increase self-acceptance and inclusivity, such as body positivity campaigns that encourage individuals to love their body for who they are.
After the pro-team argument is over, thank you to the pro-team for presenting a very informative argument. Next, we will listen to the arguments of the contra-team. Your time is also 7 minutes. Please begin.
Good morning to Honorable Adjudicator, my opponent on this conside, and the entire audience. On this occasion, I will supporting the motion that Miss Universe is still relevant in the modern era. I will address three main points of this occasion. For the first is cultural heritage and inspiration. The second is social contribution and advocacy. And the third is global opportunities. For the first point, cultural and heritage and inspirations. Miss Universe is global platform that not only highlights about their beauty, but also the cultural diversity in different countries in the world. Throughout the pageant, we see representatives from more than 18 countries every year. It's bringing their own cultural identity. For example, in one competition session, the national costume show participants wear traditional attire that symbolize the uniqueness and pride of their country. Costume like Miss Indonesia, Komodo Dragon, a chair in 2022 gained international attention, highlighting Indonesia rich biodiversity. Videos from the national costume segment often go viral, such as in 2021 edition, which garnered over 2 million views across social media platforms. More than that, Miss Universe inspired women worldwide to dream big and pursue their goals, as Sus Sibini Tunsi, Miss Universe 2018, once said, "I grew up in the world where women looks like me, with my kind of skin and kind of hair, was never considered about that. I think that it's time to stop today. I want children to look at me, see my face, and I want them to see their face reflected in me." Miss Universe is not only about winning, but also about representation that can give hope to million women around the world. First, second point, social contribution and advocacy. Miss Universe has long proven the competition is not just about cycle beauty, but also about real contribution to society. Winners often become ambassadors for various social programs, such as education, health, and gender equality. For instance, Katrina Gray, Miss Universe 2018, used her platform to support the education of children in remote area of the Philippines. She said, "I work a lot in the slum of Tondo in Manila. The life there is very poor and very sad. I've always taught myself to look for beauty in it, to look in the face of the children, and to be grateful. I will bring this aspect as Miss Universe to see situation with slightly." Beyond the winners, contestants also against about opportunities become advocates. For example, Pia Woodsbar's Miss Universe 2015 became an ambassador, using her voice to support global HIV/AIDS education. Additionally, the competition tests participant critical thinking, psych leadership skills, especially through interview session. In 2021, the Miss Universe organization partnered with UNICEF to support global literacy campaign and demonstrating and commitment about real-world impact. For the third point, the global opportunity of Miss Universe is great opportunity for women to bring important issues to international stage. Contestants often utilize this platform to promote change they believe in. Moreover, it's offer opportunities beyond the competition itself. Many non-winning contestants go on to build successful careers in media, advocacy, and international diplomacy. Andrea Meza, Miss Universe 2020, became international TV host, while Harna Sandu, Miss Universe 2021, used her role to promote mental health awareness globally. For additional argument, on the side economic and tourism drivers, in addition to providing inspiration and social contribution, Miss Universe also has positive impact on the economy, tourism of the host and participating countries. To the economy and tourism of the host country as well as participating country. For the first is tourism and cultural promotion. Every year, the Miss Universe pageant is held different location, giving the host country opportunity to showcase their natural beauty, cultural and heritage to the world. This encourages an increase to the number of tourists investment in the tourism sector. For example, when Miss Universe 2021 was held in Israel, the local government used this opportunity to introduce its historical site and traditional culture to a global audience. The second is local economy. Miss Universe also contribute to the local economy through sectors such as hospitality, transport, and entertainment event. The event involves hundreds of local laborers from the state, technician to designer to logistic workers. In addition, local products from the participating countries such as woven fabric and handicraft often gain global attention through the national costume and gift exchange sessions. For the third is global partnership and country image enhancement Miss Universe. Country image enhancement Miss Universe often collaborates with various international brands in the categories of fashion, beauty, and technology. This collaboration not only provides opportunities for host country but also strengthen cultural diplomacy at the global level. For the example of the real impact, the Philippines, frequent winners of Miss Universe, experienced a surge in tourism arrival after Pia was birthed in 2015. According to Philippines Department of Tourism, the win had huge impact on the country image in the eyes of the world.
After the contra team argument is over, thank you to the contra team for the insightful views. We will enter the conclusion section. Each team has 2 minutes to summarize their main arguments. Starting with the pro team, go ahead.
So, for these occasions, I can conclude that Miss Universe is essentially maintains an old paradigm that no longer fits the demands of the times by continuing the emphasis of physical appearance. The competitions reinforce the objectifications of a woman, creates a narrow standards of beauty. In a modern era, women should be empowered through education, innovations, achievement, not through competitions judge their worth based on their appearance. The younger generations needs a relevant platform to face the challenges of the world, not to stuck in the traditional standards. Therefore, I firmly reject that the motions of Miss Universe is still relevant in this modern era. That's all I say. Thank you.
Okay, for my conclusion, to conclude my argument, I will give the conclusion. From the first point I have made, it's clear that Miss Universe is still relevant in the modern era. The competition is not only celebrate cultural diversity and provides inspiration for women around the world, but also contribute in tangible way through social advocacy such as education and health. Moreover, Miss Universe serves as global platform that allow women to voice important issues such as mental health and gender equality in front of the international audience. But last but not least, Miss Universe also fuels economic growth and promotes tourism in the host country, as we have seen in Israel and Philippines. The competition is a clear example of how culture, advocacy, and economics can work together on the global stage. Thus, Miss Universe is not only relevant but also important to bring about positive change in the modern world. Thank you.
After the conclusion of the pro team and contra team, thank you to both teams. Your excellent submission. Today's debate have provided insight into the relevance of Miss Universe in the modern era, both in terms of cultural diversity, social contribution to challenges such as objectification of women and sustainability. As an adjudicator, I will give my personal opinion or final judgment, as the purpose of this debate is to provide an opportunity for all of us to consider different points of view. I appreciate the active participation of both teams and the audience. With this, I close today's debate. Thank you and good morning. Thank you for your attention and for watching. Bye-bye!
Agak ngelek, udah ayo.
Udah tuh? Yeay! Cakep. Ayo berarti cepet.
Aku tak?
Cepet banget.